Good evening. I hope you can hear me well. Okay, we have a couple of setups. This is one. Then we have this scene with me pictured in picture. We have this one, the reverse picture in picture. And basically that's it. All right, we have a couple of topics to discuss because we haven't met each other in a live session from couple of months. I don't think this year we made actually a live session. I hope you can hear me well. I've tested before this setup. It seems to be okay. So there are a couple of topics which I would like to discuss and to comment. Of course, you've placed some of your questions. They were already placed, and we're gonna answer to them. I would like also to introduce you this amazing. Just a second. All right. So I would like to introduce you this amazing Facebook page, which is dedicated to the Honda Transalp 750. It was made by me more than 1 year ago. And now it's one of the biggest, it's actually the biggest Facebook group dedicated to the Honda Transalp. It has 20,000 members. 20,000 members, this Honda Transalp 2023 XL750. This Facebook group is just impressive. I'm really impressed about the quality of the members. I'm really impressed about the topics, the diversity of the topics which are discussed in this Facebook group. And as you can see, people are sharing their experiences, their problems, their issues, their travelings. And it's definitely worth joining this group, because this group actually brings a lot of benefit to the Honda Transalp owners. And I would like really to thank you to start by thanking to all of the members of this Facebook group, because they are making this group, or this Facebook group, it's the biggest in the world, dedicated only to the Honda Transalp 750, and it's growing like crazy. Of course, we need to limitate some of the scams, some of the posts which are making a lot of commercials, unfortunately. But you see, check out this one. A lot of motorcycle parts, a lot of stuff. We are refusing, and we are actually blocking everyone which is you know, we're trying to make this group as clean as possible. Of course, we are promoting businesses or services which are really bringing a benefit to the members, and this is a good thing, and this is what you need to know. Anyway, anyone which is sharing stuff, you know, with the Honda Transalp, and it's not selling, you know, a lot of parts which are not even Honda Transalp related, Okay, nice. Okay, some we say yes, some we say no, but managing the group, it's really important. So big thank you to all the group members. We're gonna make a separate video with some of the topics discussed on this Facebook group, because it's really interesting. I mean, people are sharing some experiences, unbelievable ones even. All right, thank you very much for joining. Hi Evangelos, nice to see you. Did you notice any change in performance with the HP Corse exhaust? So let's start with some of your questions. Let's start with let's say explaining some modifications which I did to my Honda Transalp. Of course, we're gonna interrupt. You can interrupt me anytime with your questions. I will happily answer to them. So Evangelos, just to answer to your question, yes. Let me put something in the background. Just a second, because we need to somehow be precise regarding the. Okay, so let me speak with the background. Just a second. Let's see if it's possible. Okay. So let me answer to your question. Yes, things have been improved, but step by step, because I was mounting the HP Corse exhaust, and of course, after I mounted it, I need to make also some modifications in terms of remapping the engine. I was used stage 1. I was using Honda original software when I was remapping also the engine, and after this remap, the engine was running just amazingly. I still have one thing to do, is to change the air filter. Just received the K&N air filter. I need to mount it. I need to change the filter anyway at 10,000 kilometers. I think I should have changed it at 6,000, 7,000, because I was riding quite a lot of road. But how the bike reacts now with this exhaust, with the remapping, and eventually with the air filter from K&N, it's a different bike totally. I mean, the throttle, it's more fluid. The acceleration is more precise and more smooth. The riding experience is totally different. You can feel, starting from 3000 RPMs, you can feel a little bit more torque in terms of the power delivery. In terms of torque, it's a little bit of improvement. I don't need to mention about the sound, because as you already heard it, as you already probably heard it before, yeah, the sound is just amazing. I mean, it's a total change. It's a total change of the sound in terms of quality, in terms of depth, and the acceleration, it's a little bit improved, definitely. And the delivery of the power is more linear, more fluid, more straight. You know, after 4,000, 5,000, it's just impressive. And let me stop it. Not only that, let me go to your questions, because I want to see also your questions on the chat. Just a second. Not only that, no, I didn't remove the catalyst. No, because I will not remove also the DB killer, because I will like to keep it under Euro 5 regulations. I would like to travel maybe in Europe and maybe other countries, so I would like to keep as legal as possible. This HP Corse comes with a Euro 5 paper. It's how to say, it's already been approved as Euro 5. It's ready to use it as Euro 5. So yes indeed, I was really happy about the exhaust. So my next step is to put the air filter. I did the remapping. I put the air filter, and after I put the air filter, the picture is complete, so to speak. And I can say yes, this bike has reached another level in terms of engine upgrade and exhaust upgrade. All right, let's go back to the, of course, just a second. Okay, so we are in this Facebook group where people are actually sharing their issues, starting with the enormous fuel consumption, 299, 399. I saw it for myself at a user, at the owner of the bike. I just met an owner of the Transalp with this issue. It seems to be an issue, a software issue of the display. So either the display will be changed on the behalf of the warranty, or they should have made a software upgrade in order to fix that issue. Okay. So people are sharing their experiences. They're sharing some of their videos with the Honda Transalp. I'm not speaking about traveler. You see, look at this guy. He has 3.5 liters fuel consumption on a trip for 460 kilometers. Sergio Batista had 3.5. I was encountered, although I'm using an off-road tires, I had 3.7, the lowest fuel consumption, which is pretty good considering the knobbies of the new off-road tires. By the way, the tires I've used now, they have 3,000 kilometers, and they have plenty of life still. So I'm very curious how long will they last, because I'm really impressed about them off-road, and they are quite decent to ride on-road. I'm getting really used with them. So here is the problem which I was talking about. Let's see it. So here it is. You see 299 liters per 100 kilometers. And you see a lot of people on the right side which are complaining about this issue. Seems like a common issue, and yes it is. Yes it is. You see average fuel consumption 299.9. Especially when you start the engine at the beginning of the ride. This issue should be fixed, or should be managed from the soft at a Honda dealer. Perhaps they will be able to fix it. With reset it comes back. Yes, reset on power consumption. Yes, of course. Salut Cătălin. Hello Cătălin. Yes, the video with the new details of the new suspension is coming. I can tell you some of the details right now. Let me see if I can open the file. Just a second. Perhaps I can open the file. I can open a PDF and show you. Just a second. Just a second. Yes, let's speak about my new suspension upgrade. Maybe this one. Let me check. No. Okay. So I have the race version. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit. Let me see if you can check it out. Okay, I need to add the... maybe I can add here. Just a second. Maybe I can add here a browser. Create new browser. Let me create also an app to put it here, to insert it here. Video source, media source. Media source. Ah, okay. I think I can edit. I have it here. No. Just a second, I will figure it out. Because I have it in the PDF files. And could be that... browser, image, media source, scene. So I have here the app. Let me see if I can add it here. macOS screen, application capture. Okay, so we have Acrobat. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, perfect, perfect. Good. This is what I wanted. Okay, so there are two types of offers, two types of suspension, but they're actually unlimited types of suspension. Hi, Danny Roy. Hi, Arthur. Good to see you. Could you tell me until when the Transalp and Transfiguration Transalpina routes are open? Usually, Danny, they are open until... could be October if you're lucky, or 1st of November, but I think September, it's a good month to travel. Hello, the foggy tracker. Anyone find the traction control useless, far too intrusive, basically unusable? Yes, we're gonna come back to that, foggy. Let's take it step by step. I'm gonna answer to Catalina and every one of you. So let me put on the background. Okay, so here it is. This is the SESTAMARCIA exclusive suspension offer, which I've upgraded my suspension. Let me make a short introduction, because not anyone maybe will it's knowing about this issue, or not anyone knows about this offer. Okay, so just a second. Maybe I can add browser. Okay. I want to toggle between the offer and the screen. Just a second. macOS screen capture. And here we're gonna put the application capture. And we're gonna choose Google Chrome. Okay, good. And we're gonna put this. Let's see. Ah, okay, good. Let's see. Ah, okay, we can toggle it now. All right, we can toggle it. Okay. And just a second. Yeah, technical things. Okay, this should be all right. And if you go here, SESTAMARCIA, just a second. Okay, here it is. Good. And I think this is it. What you can see. Okay. macOS. Okay, we change it from here. No problem. Good. Okay, so we try to explain a couple of months ago, I was contacted by the guys from SESTAMARCIA, and they wanted to offer me a suspension upgrade for my Honda Transalp. And I said, yes, why not? Why not? Let's give it a shot. They had two offers, which I'm gonna explain now. They have two offers. They have a standard suspension. They have a standard suspension, which, by the way, it was first offered to me. And they have a racing or a race version. And let me explain. Let's change it here and move to the Acrobat reader. All right, so this is it. This is it. Good. Perfect, perfect. Okay, this is it. Perfect. I hope you can see now. All right, so this is it. So we have the first offer from SESTAMARCIA, which is an exclusive for Honda Transalp standard version. And basically I can share with you everything. By purchasing this offer from SESTAMARCIA, you have the option of having the product purchased installed directly by us or by SESTAMARCIA in fact, or we can direct you to the local technician closest to you. Let's stop for a bit here and tell you that it's an offer which is not just an offer which is selling a fork or an suspension upgrade. This is a service which is sold here, a professional service, because SESTAMARCIA is actually gonna install for you the suspension. They will tune it for you. They will custom made it, especially for your riding purpose and for your weight, and they will deliver it to you. How it's done? I send my suspension to SESTAMARCIA. I took off my original suspension, the front suspension, send it to SESTAMARCIA, and SESTAMARCIA send it back to me already with the settings made and with the cartridge inside. We're speaking about, you know, this is the new philosophy, they say, allows you to be sure that the product is correctly assembled by expert and qualified personnel, and really, they are really professionals in everything they did so far for me. By doing so, you will have the opportunity to express the maximum riding performance of your motorcycle. And here, I just started to share my experiences with you, but we're gonna get there as soon as I ride more and more, because I would like to provide you a correct feedback. So this is basically the philosophy behind the suspension upgrades from SESTAMARCIA. And what this, we're speaking about the standard suspension. What this offer includes an Andreani off-road cartridge with a standard wheelbase and travel. So your bike will not be higher, will have the same standard wheelbase and suspension travel. But you're gonna have inside an off-road cartridge by Andreani inside the front fork. And for the rear, you have the Öhlins S46DR1B rear monoblock, standard wheelbase and stroke. So we're speaking about a standard height, a standard suspension upgrade from SESTAMARCIA. As I said, they are not just selling these products. They offering you full customer support, a full technical support. They gonna mount your cartridge and they send it to you, so you can receive out of the box the suspension already upgraded for your riding purpose, for your weight. So I think this service is very important, because, you know, maybe you will be able to adjust your suspension, but you know, when it's done by professionals, we can all do things by ourselves. This is true. But when things are done so easy by professionals, and you trust your service, you give the trust to this service, then I think it's a big plus and a time winning. You know, you win time, you gain a lot of performance out of your bike as you wish for. So this is basically the standard options, and you know, these are some of the prices which are available for this standard suspension. which are including the oil change, which is all in 01330, any change of SKF dust seals and oil seals at a cost of 60 euros. This is a subject of verification. They will check if it's necessary to change also these dust seals. The withdraw of your original fork is free. It has a small star here and will be organized via GLS Express courier, thus having security in the management and traceability of the shipment. So just for your notice, I received in about 5 days, actually I was sent, they received my suspension, 5 days about, and I get it back I think in 3 days, 4 days, something like that. So it was pretty fast, and the service was pretty fast and very well organized. I have a video with the unboxing and a video with the first ride. So this is the price for the standard version, and of course there is an option B. This is option A, where you have the price of the Andreani 4 cartridge, the Öhlins, the cartridge mounting price. You can also deduct it from another service if you are actually choosing to mount it to another surface, and especially if you are from Italy, because this company is from Italy. And you have the option B, where you have the same prices for the fork and the rear monoshock, and you exclude the mounting, the 200 euros. You can assemble at a workshop closest to your area if available. The price of assembly will be agreed directly by the workshop. And here you have 200 euro less price, less money you need to pay. Of course, it's free shipping for Italy, it's free shipping. And for Europe, you need to contact in order to have a best price. You need to contact SESTAMARCIA in order to have the best price. Let's stop and see some of your questions. Okay, so this is the standard option. I hope you can see it. Yes, this is the standard option of the SESTAMARCIA Racing Parts suspension upgrade. And we have what I have actually. The next one will be the racing. Just a second to hopefully I can find it. Okay, so this is the race version. Let me check if okay, so you can see it. All right. Good, so this is the race version. This is the second version of the SESTAMARCIA offer for your Honda Transalp. Alright, so this is the race version, the one which I've chosen, because it was a 200 euro difference between the standard and the race version, and SESTAMARCIA offered me in the first place the standard version. I've said, okay, I'm gonna pay 200 euros and I would like to receive the race version. Race version means, what does it actually mean? Andreani Rally 4 cartridge, wheelbase and travel increased by 30 millimeters. And we will see, or you will see in the first video that it's actually, they're actually 28 millimeters. We're gonna get into the technical details on a separate video. So I received the Andreani 4 cartridge, wheelbase and travel plus 30 millimeters, and the Öhlins S46 PR1 C2 rear monochrome, wheelbase and stroke increased by 7 millimeters. Öhlins has different types of rear suspension, because you asked me about how it will be adjusted. This one, they have 4 or 5 types. We're gonna explain about them in a separate video. And this is the racing type. The spring was changed. It was replaced by a stiffer spring of 95 Newton watts or 95 Newton meters. Newton watts, actually, many of you have asked about Newton watts. You know, I'm not an expert, but you know, Newton watts, it seems to be equal with 1 Newton meter per second. but we need to, you know, you need to Google it a little bit to to figure it out. Anyway, we have a stronger rear shock, which was custom made, so you can customize your suspension accordingly to your preferences, according to your riding style. You can have a standard one if you don't want to, you know, if you don't want to push it off-road. You can have an off-road. You can increase the wheelbase as much as you like. You can have a standard wheelbase. You can have a racing wheelbase. So this was my choice to make it clear, and the differences between the shocks are done by the Öhlins shock absorber, which is more expensive with 200 euros, because the Andreani price is the same, but the Öhlins is more expensive, the one with plus 7 millimeters, and the racing one. It's so the same will happen here. And we're reaching to a price. Of course, as I mentioned before, the guys from SESTAMARCIA are not just selling products, they are selling services, and it's a top service which you receive from the guys from SESTAMARCIA. And I tell you honestly, this is the feedback which I would like to share with you. The guys are very professional. They are very, you know, they have a website which has a lot of motorcycle parts. Let's get into it a little bit. All right. So you can see here the website from SESTAMARCIA. Of course, some of you have searched the suspension here. You know, you can search here from Honda Transalp 750. Let's search all the products. You have here, you know, some of the 4 cartridges, but they are not all which you can see. You need to ask the guys from SESTAMARCIA, because they will share it with you, and I can also share my I can also share with you the PDF. You can just send me an email and I will provide you with the information you need, and I will try to answer to your questions. Of course, I would like to share the thing that I write it down. The total suspension travel is the one you see outside, and you can measure it with a meter. Let's make it one more time. I have it. Ah, okay, good. Let me see if I make it like this. I don't know how you can see it. Let's leave it like this. I think it's better. Okay, so what I would like to share with you or tell you is that the total suspension travel is the one you see outside, and you can measure it with a meter. So this is the actual suspension travel, the total suspension travel. The useful one, the one which you can actually use, is the one that the cartridge actually does inside the fork by calculating the mechanical end of the stroke. So what's inside, it's useful, the one which you actually gonna use, the suspension travel which you actually gonna use, and the total suspension is the one from outside. The mechanical end of stroke is determined by the cap that hits the stem when the fork is fully compressed. So this is how it's calculated. Rally suspensions are equipped with double compression piston, hydraulic limiter, and mechanical limiter on the road. So this is another technical information which I can provide you. The rally cartridge is suitable for off-road use. This is understandable. With the rally cartridge, we have a greater stroke than the original, both in total and in use. So both of the strokes are higher at the rally cartridge. What I have, the code of the rally cartridge which I've installed on the Andriani, it's a 125H08. This is the code. And this respects the original measurements to be combined with the cheapest mono, not raised, that I showed you before in the photo. Okay, so there is another 125H07, which is for the standard. Associated with off-roading, the service intervals can drastically drop below 15,000 euros. This you need to calculate because the rally suspension, the racing suspension, you need to calculate also the service intervals. Theoretically, if you're riding a road, you need to service it at 15,000 kilometers. Depending how much off-road you're gonna use the suspension or how much racing you're gonna put into it, the service intervals will drastically drop. So you can even service the suspension below 10,000 kilometers. That's depending quite a lot, but servicing is not a problem because we have instructions provided by the guys from SESTAMARCIA. And of course, if you are placed in Italy or even in Europe, it's pretty simple to make it somehow by yourself or at a specialized service. So yes, this is what I can tell you for the moment regarding the suspension upgrade. We're gonna come back to the suspension upgrade in the future videos. Hi, Lukasz. All right, so anyway, find the traction control. What can I say? In my case, because I'm using off-road tires. That's a second too. Okay. So let me show you here. Just a second. Because I'm using off-road tires, on the road, when I push it a little bit, the traction control intervenes. Just a second. Let's put this one. Okay. So the traction control intervenes most of the time. Sorry, I need to close this. Okay, so traction control. Yes, traction control intervenes pretty aggressive, especially if you have off-road tires like I have. On the road, depending on the temperature of the tires, but I think it's depending quite a lot how much you twist the throttle. Most of the times when I'm riding, even with these tires, I'm using the sport mode, and it has a traction control at its lower intervention, and I find it pretty good. If you're using the rain mode, if you're using the traction control at the top, you need to play a little bit with it. So this is my my suggestion. Play a little bit with the traction control, and you're gonna find the sweet spot, your perfect sweet spot accordingly to your tires and your riding surface. Off-road, I deactivate it, to be honest, and I ride without the traction control off-road or gravel road. I always deactivate it. And on the road with these tires, I'm using the sport mode. So here is the first video with the suspension, indeed. Testing the suspension from SESTAMARCIA, and yeah, it's a different bike now. So I strongly can tell you that I haven't expected such behavior. I didn't know, of course, the suspension, it's, if not the most important from behind, except the engine and the let's say the frame. I think the suspension, it's the most important part, if not the most important part of a motorcycle, and especially of this this adventure motorcycle. The suspension The standard suspension was okay for it's okay for most of the riders, but when you start putting luggage, when you start riding it a little bit more aggressively, when you have like we have in our country roads which are not so perfect, the problem is not the suspension but the adjustability of the suspension, because it's very difficult to make it comfortable for gravel roads and to make it comfortable in the same time for off-roading. And you need always to find that sweet setting, that perfect setting, which it's very difficult to find it at the standard suspension. To have the all-around suspension setting, you had only preload to adjust, and it's very difficult. If you make it for street, you make it more straight, more tough. Then you went on the off-road, you make it more softer. It's you know, it's you will never gonna find. And if you're setting it for the street, when you go in off-road, you know, it's, if you're making too soft, then it's also a problem of the rider, because if there are heavier riders over 100 kilograms, then they really could have you know, difficulties sorting out the preload of the bike, in case they put a luggage, in case they want to ride more aggressively, or in case they want to enjoy some off-roads with the standard suspension. It would have been difficult. But as I said, you can customize your own suspension, you can make your own settings 100% as you wish. Some of you asked, can high positioning exhaust and fender eliminator be mounted on Transalp together? So what is it speaking about? It's speaking about the new suspension, the new HP Corse exhaust, which I've mounted on the bike. Just a second. So this is it. Okay. You're welcome, Foggy Tracker. So now I'm gonna answer to one question from the comment section, from the community tab. So indeed, I've mounted the new, I've upgraded the exhaust. I received from HP Corse this amazing exhaust, which, by the way, if they wouldn't send it to me, I would have bought it anyway, because I just love it. I needed a higher position suspension, yes, a higher position exhaust, because as you saw in my previous videos, I was encounter some deep waters. I'm planning to make some travels in dangerous areas, so to speak, and yes, I wanted this suspension not only for its practicability, for its finishing, for the sound, for the positioning, and for the quality of the product. So as soon as I unbox it, I made the unboxing, you can check out the quality. I was really impressed about it. It's perfect weldings, perfect finishing. It's a premium product. The HP Corse exhaust, amazing, and the positioning, I was very pleased about the positioning. So you were asking, because let me show you what he's talking about. He's talking about the rear plate for the Transalp. It's talking about something like that, not from Timu. The number plate holder. We're speaking about the number plate holder. Let's let me show you. Okay, so something like that, plate holder for the Transalp. There are plenty of them. So these plates are standard. You can see here, this is the one from Tech Bike, or from what is it? Tech Bike, yes. It's Puig has one. Let me show you from Puig. So this is the one from Puig, Tail TD for the Honda Transalp. These are standard positioning for the signal lights, standard positioning for the bolts underneath the fender, the rear fender. So they will not intervene with the HP Corse exhaust. Definitely they will not gonna intervene with this exhaust, because they are standard positioning. They are positioning standard. Check it out here. This is another one from Brute DT. Brute. You can check it out, this metal. I'm gonna replace mine definitely, because the plastic, it's too big, and it's pretty annoying. It vibrates. It's plastic, a lot of plastic it's not necessary over there. And this, it's very simple, very minimalistic. Most of these TD tail TD fender eliminators are very well done, you see. So I see no reason why not to change it. I'm gonna change it in the future, in the near future. And yes, I'm looking forward. I didn't decided which one I'm gonna choose, but this Puig one looks pretty good so far. It cost about 100 euros. They are not cheap. They are not cheap at all. Check out this one. If you have some hints regarding a good one, you see, I'm open. I'm open to your ideas. Another question was, can you explain how to adjust the chain tension on the Transalp? It's possible to make a video. I'm gonna make a video very soon regarding this topic. When I did my chain adjustment for the first time, he said shop inspected and said it was too tight and they had to readjust it. I follow all the guidelines from the shop manual. So adjusting the chain, I have to say that the chain, the basic chain for the Transalp was pretty good. I mean, it was quite okay, no problems whatsoever with the chain, with the standard one. Okay, let me announce this. Let me announce this live on the Instagram, because I forgot about it. Just a second. Live session. Okay. All right. Sham. Yeah, so the HP Corse, as I said, it's Euro 5 compliant. What I have to do is to go to the local authorities and to declare with some papers that I've installed it in a certified workshop, and they will write my exhaust, my new exhaust, in the identification card of the vehicle, and I will be safe to go anywhere with this exhaust in Europe, because it's Euro 5 regulated. No problem about that. So you can see here everything went perfectly on the install. So you can see here regarding the changing of the tail. Thank you, commercials. So you will see that the bolts are standard where the tail comes, and there will be no problem whatsoever on placing the new tail over there. This is the suspension. This is how it looks on the bike. You probably saw it already. The exhaust, you can see here on some pictures. I've made another video where I showed clearly that the signal lights will be anyway in the upper position. They will not interfere with the exhaust. They will keep the same positioning. They will probably be more in front of the exhaust, but in the upper position. We need to I can guarantee you that there will be no problem. Okay. Oh, a lot of commercials, man. This is not okay. So here it is, the moment where this part will be mounted. Okay, so here you can see when you change this tail, most likely you see they are specially designed, because the signal lights, the positioning of the signal lights should be the same, because they think about this positioning to be more visible and to be accordingly to the bike's frame, to the bike's dimensions. You know, so I don't think anyone is affording to put the lights lower. Upper, I'm not thinking, but even lower to place them, I don't think it makes sense, because they need to be visible. All right. Yeah, so as I said, regarding the Facebook group, people are sharing quite a lot of their experiences, of their problems, and here there are plenty of them. I would like to show you this guy Dylan Spink has a workshop, and he's making these racks, which are pretty nice. Look at the finishing. These racks are replacing the OMs. They are lighter than the OM racks. They have a plate on the back side. You can see they are very well finished. They look pretty amazing. And of course, he can promote his products on the Facebook group. He contacted me, and we discussed about promoting his products here, because I consider this is a very quality product and it brings a real benefit to the group members. Check it out. They are pretty cool stuff. So people are sharing their experiences. You know, someone is asking, do you think Honda will put an e-clutch on the Transalp next year? And this is, in my opinion, this is for sure. From my sources, I strongly think that next year the Honda Transalp will have an e-clutch installed. So they leave space on the engine on the right side to mount the e-clutch. So we have this live, will be online. So next year we'll speak about the e-clutch on the Honda Transalp. I'm pretty sure about it. Okay, here you know, another Transalp which is equipped. Very nice, very nice. You know, is there an aftermarket exhaust that is positioned higher to offer more ground clearance but still tucks behind the rear panel? For example, check out this guy. If you saw the HP Corse, it's at its limit because it comes under the pillion foot peg on the bracket of the pillion foot peg, and it's very close to the bike. And I'm pretty sure you can see the space here underneath the signal light. And HP Corse says that the exhaust is compatible with the aftermarket rear racks and top cases and side cases. This is Chris from Virginia. Check out its bike, pretty loaded with a lot of top cases and side cases. Another side case is here mounted at Matthew, finally fully decorated, ready for trips. You see again, this is Shad SH39. Alan installed the Metzler Adventure Karoo 4. This Karoo 4 tires. Check them out. They look pretty nice, and from the feedback, they seem to be quite okay. Check it out. He has some nice decals on the bike. Look at the Hebcoenbecker crash bars, skid plate, Barbusters handguards, and the bike has done some serious off-roading so far. I'm gonna discuss with you some strongly needed modifications which I need to make on the bike, because now I changed the suspension. I've changed some essential parameters on the bike, and I need to readjust some of the accessories, but we're gonna get there in a couple of minutes. All right, just a second. So you saw the people's bikes. Here you saw what I'm talking about regarding the exhaust, because you know, I was in some deep waters, and I would have preferred to have the exhaust a little bit higher positioned, because these waters are salty, close to the seaside. And you know, even like that, the stock exhaust did pretty well. Just check it out. But you know, this is not the only time which I needed the higher exhaust, just to be safe, you know, because yeah, it's much better, let's face it. So so look, someone is telling about the OEM bash plate. It's too thin. He bent it once already off-roading. You know, yeah. As I said, I decided to change the OEM skid plate. Just a second. Yeah, I decided to change the OEM skid plate because it was really uncomparable with the Hebcoenbecker, really. Alright, so we have these guys from Italy, which they were traveling quite a lot with the Honda Transalp, and check out their setup with the tires placed on the crash bars. They were traveling around the globe, so to speak. I think Russia, Iran, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, coming up from Italy. You see a lot of owners are sharing their thoughts. Check out here the the comparison which I did. I'm preparing actually a comparison. I'm preparing a comparison with the Africa Twin very soon, because the bike now, the Transalp, can compete in terms of off-road, in terms of suspension, with any bike, any premium bike, to be honest. And if I will choose now from the Transalp and the Africa Twin, an upgraded Transalp and a stock Africa Twin, I don't know what to say. I think the Transalp, except the headlight, which is pretty boring. The headlight of the Africa Twin looks amazing, but when you look at the headlight of the Transalp, it's still, you know, doesn't look so good. But except the headlight, the bike now looks pretty good. So I'm really happy about this Facebook group, where we can see a lot of people sharing thoughts about the Transalp, travelings, upgrades. And here it is, a guy. You won't believe what happened. You won't believe it. Let me check out some of your questions. Nothing so far. So let me show you, man, because what this guy did, he just forgot to take out its anti-theft system, how it's called, what he had. So this evening I parked my brand new Transalp in a car park and put a D-lock through the spokes. When I came back, I forgot the D-lock and set off. The bike fell out to its left side. The upper crash bars did their job, but now they are scratched. The clutch lever is bent, and a couple of spokes in the front wheel, the D-locked, they jammed the spokes. Check out the damage. The spokes were really bent completely, most of the spokes in the D-lock area. Look at the clutch lever, how it's drastically bent. But the spokes, man, are pretty damaged. They need to be soon replaced as soon as possible in order to have a safe ride. But remember, when you put a D-lock, remember just to check it and take it out. Okay, again, Elena Petrushenko and her partner, they were traveling, you know, Europe, Asia. Pretty nice posts from these guys. They even went to Mongolia. Yeah, very nice. Olivier riding both CRF and Transalp. I did also riding the CRF. A great bike. Great confidence riding the CRF after coming from the Transalp. And check out this. This guy tried a little bit of practice off-road. You see here. So people are actually taking their Transalps off-road. Why not? Why not? The bike is very capable. pretty capable off-road if you have the necessary skills. So look at this one, Brian. He had some cargo bag plus top case, a soft top case. Check it out. Has a tank bag, side bags, crash bar, side bags. Wow, it's pretty loaded, man. This bike. Can imagine the top weight. The top. Now the bike is top heavy. I can imagine. Check it out. This is his track. Another luggage system. What can I say? This looks a little bit better with the side racks and soft panniers. A top bag. Check it out. Okay, an important upgrade which I'm planning to make, and you know, someone asked on the Facebook group about this front fender, and yes indeed, you can see here. Let me show you. And I was a little bit, you know, worried that a rock or some you know, some wood will come and interfere in the standard fender. Unfortunately, the standard fender it's very close to the off-road tire, the front off-road tire. I think it's not even 1 centimeter. It's half of centimeter, the space over there. And I saw it when I was riding the gravel roads last time. A lot of rocks entered, a lot of cracks, a lot of small rocks, big rocks, cracks, trees, part of the fallen leaves, trees and so on. They were getting mud. It's getting inside the check it out here. Let me start here. Okay, you can see. Okay, here. So I don't think you can imagine, but it was really difficult, over here. It's really tricky, and I risk quite a lot on some roads at a certain speed, because now I've increased the off-road speed, and you can imagine if a rock is getting inside, it will destroy basically completely the fender, and it could make another, it could block the front wheel. Who knows what can happen? And for the safety reasons, I'm planning to rise the front fender. And someone asked on the Facebook group about something like that, about you know, someone was asking about this fender, and there were some answer. You know, someone did he constructed by itself. Check it out. He was able to construct one of these fenders by itself, but you know, this is handmade. I've get in contact with some guys, professional guys. I will share my thoughts in a video, and I need to provide them with some data, so they will be able to custom made raised front fender, a rally fender for my Transalp. I'm not intending to rise it up too much, because I don't need it. I don't need it until the top. I don't need it so high. I just need it 10, maximum 15 centimeters, and this is it. Not much, not more than that. So get it from Chadwick. I had a great experience with them. Highly recommend. So this is what someone recommended. Chadwick Williams, which is making this type of. You need to contact some workshops, you know, which are making this tailor shop Sevian accessories. Someone recommended also these guys, which are custom made, are custom making parts, and who knows, maybe they can make it. Okay, perhaps I can share with you some of the. So yeah, I need to make this fender as soon as possible, really, because it's a safety measure which I need to take. Nice rides. I need an advice. How can I remove the U part? This I don't know. Regarding the seat, a lot of people were asking regarding the seat. As mentioned before, I made my seat at Oficina delle Tope. They have an amazing comfort seat, and I have more than 9,000 kilometers on the bike. And as mentioned before, the seat from Oficina delle Tope looks as it was in the first day. Wow, a lot of commercials, man. So yes, indeed, the seat from Oficina delle Tope is the same as it was in the first day. Nothing changed. The comfort is still the same. It actually, the comfort now increased a lot in combination with the new suspension from SESTAMARCIA. Imagine I have a premium off-road suspension plus a comfort seat. The riding with the new Transalp, the ridings, I cannot compare them with what it was at the beginning. I can not even compare it with the one from BMW even, or I can compare it actually with the Africa Twin with electronic suspension perhaps, but with the standard bike, any bike, it's uncomparable. The comfort level in this combination, suspension upgrade plus custom seat, it's what can I say, it's unbelievable. I cannot even describe it. Okay, yeah, so if you have if you would like to change the seat, I highly recommend you the seat from Oficina delle Tope. Absolutely amazing. Let me put it here. Good. Because a lot of people, they were asking about it. And now you can see, man, the bike at a total different level. The bike now, it's really, I cannot even compare it with the, I don't know, I've ridden the Africa Twin, the KTM, BMW F900 GS Adventure, Yamaha Tenere. What can I say? This bike, I would choose this bike in this setup anytime. I don't know with what bike to compare it now in this setup. Indeed, I would like to share now some of the, let's say, things that needed to be modified, or I need to rethink some of the parts, some of the accessories need to be rethink, because I will tell you. to your question. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, so I need to rethink some of the accessories from my bike after the suspension upgrade. The first accessory which has become useless is the main central stand, because the bike is very high. The central stand will not allow the rear wheel to spin, because the bike now has 250 millimeter suspension, 250 millimeter ground clearance, and I wanted to weld or to redesign the central stand, but I need too much. It needs to be too long. I need to make it too long, and I don't want it. I mean, it's would look very funny, and it will not be safe for my bike. It will be too long. It will get too much into the swing arm, and I need to find some solution. I can still use it if I have a hole underneath my rear wheel, or a place where I can lift the bike on a central stand, maybe on a rock, on a different terrain, or I can put some wood underneath and lift the bike and still manage to lift the rear wheel. This is the first solution, to have a spot and still use it. The second solution will be to get rid of it, gain some, make the bike lighter, and use one of these racks. Let me show you which ones. This one. I'm also looking for your feedback. So this is how it's called. It's called Ultralight Compact Enduro Trail Jack. So another solution will be to use this jack. This jack, which lifts, it's very light. It's made of very strong aluminum. It's very compact, and you can lift the rear wheel and make the balance of the bike, make the bike being balanced, and keep its balance with the rear, with the side stand, and with this tail jack, with this jack. This is another solution which I was thought about it, and it looks pretty good, This ultralight, and it's very nice designed. I can lift also the front and the rear, and there are some videos regarding this topic. And another solution, as I mentioned, will be to take it out. So I'm still thinking what will be best to do, and I will decide. Another upgrade which I need to make, it's I need to use an adjustable side stand. The guys from I think from Altrider, check it out. Altrider, they have some adjustable side stands. Check it out. So these are the parts from Altrider, and they have this adjustable aluminum side stands. Check it out. This is it. This is the side stand. It looks pretty good, and as you can see here, you can adjust. It has -1 inch, +1 OM, so you can adjust it. You can make it higher. Contoured base provides large contact patch at any angle. So any angle you're gonna use, you have this one. And check it out. This is the Altrider side stand, adjustable side stand. This is what I need. Anyway, this I'm gonna upgrade it. I think it's more than necessary because the angle at the moment when I put the bike on a side stand, it's pretty low, and I need to make the bike more straight. It's even difficult when I get on the bike to make it straight from that angle because the bike leans too much on the left side, and when I put myself on the bike, in order to make the bike straight, I take a lot of effort, much more effort than before, and I strongly need now one of these adjustable side stands. Yes, this is definitely an upgrade which I have to make. I'm not considering lowering the suspension, though. This will be out of discussion because the benefits which I have with this suspension, there are too much, you know. Hello, Robbie and Becky. Good afternoon. I'm working today on break and thought I would drop and say hello. Hello. Hello, Robbie. Martin. Hello, Martin. Yes, we're going to continue with this. So I was speaking about the some of the accessories which I need to modify in order to have an adjustable side stand, because now my suspension is very high. So I'm not going to give up on the suspension travel. I'm not going to give up on the travel because it brings a lot of benefit. So I'm gonna keep this this height of the bike. Remember, the seat, it's also plus 1 centimeter higher, so I have plus 1 centimeter from the seat, and I've increased my ground clearance with at least 40 millimeters. So about 50 millimeters more I have as a height of the bike. I'm not considering making the suspension lower. I'm considering upgrading the other part, like a side stand. Perhaps I can buy a jack. Perhaps I can buy a jack to lift the rear and the front and give up to the main center stand, or find a workshop which will eventually gonna make me a custom-made center stand for my Honda Transalp, which is higher now. And of course, let's not forget about the the front fender. Let me show you. Rally front fender, Honda Transalp 750. So no one is producing them. No one offers something like that. But what I would like to have is not something like this one from the right, from the XT, not so so high, but just 10 centimeters higher. Just 10 centimeters will be okay, because I mean, this is too much what is on the right. I just need a little bit more, a little bit more. All right, so let me check. Just a second. Okay, so I can tell you now, because you deserve to know. Just a second. Okay, here I can see also. Okay. So I was speaking with the guys from, let me check it. The guys from MST Rally. MST Rally. Let me show you their website. MST Rally. So these are the guys which are making rally kits for motorcycles. Check it out. Rally kits and rally towers. So as you can see, they make for KTMs, for you know, CRF 300, 450, Beta, Honda Dominator Africa Twin. Check out the ones from the Africa Twin. This is it. It's looks pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. They make towers. They make everything related to rally. Check out this tower, this fairing kit. Amazing. Just amazing. And MST Rally. I've contacted these guys, and you know, rally kits, rally towers, rally kits here. So I'm looking forward to have these guys. You see, check out this one. I think this one is too high. It's too high. And they responded to me. Just a second. Good morning, Arthur. Can you send us some pictures of the bottom part of the lower triple clamp? You know, if you could prefer, you can send it via WhatsApp. So I will send these guys what they requested, and hopefully I can make a custom rally front fender, and of course afterwards I can share my my thoughts with you. So this one, it's too high. For example, I don't need such a high rally fender. I need it a little bit lower, and that's it. 10 centimeters, 15 centimeters, and it's more than enough. Look at this one. I really like this minimalistic type of luggage. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Problem 0. So this group, it's just amazing. I mean, it's just a pleasure to toggle through the pictures, and these guys are sharing their travels. It's just amazing. Check out this one. Wow, wow. Christiansen Carlson. Check out the depth. He has aftermarket exhaust, but check out how much he was sinking in the water. Check it out. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive stuff. I wonder if I can zoom in. Okay. Let me check it. Okay. So even more than I did. Yes, pretty nice, pretty nice. So you see, amazing posts and amazing people, amazing members over here. People are, you know, I think I found a solution for the ugly headlight. The guys from, you know, the guys from MST Rally, I'm pretty sure they can make an amazing tower, rally tower for the Honda Transalp, something like that, or or who knows. Let's check out the Hondas, what they did. This is the Honda Dominator, Honda CRF 450, Africa Twin CRF. Look at this one from Africa Twin. Is just amazing. Check it out. I wonder if they can make something like that for the Transalp. And the question is, check out the price, man. It's 3,000 euros, but you have a premium rally kit, fairing kit, front fairing kit. Check it out, man. It's unbelievable how it looks. Africa Twin Red Rally Kit, another one. Wow, man, it's unreal. Let me see if I can. Okay, wow. Check it out, man. It's I'm really impressed. It's unbelievable. I can make a zoom. Not much. Maybe like this. Okay. Wow, it's impressive. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I wonder if they can do something like that for the Transalp in terms of headlight rally tower. Man, but it's cannot believe it. Impressive. Yeah, it looks. The one from the Tenere 700 looks pretty good. I have to say, I have to admit. Check out the ones from. Look at this one. Wow. Yeah, it's a different story. Yeah, so it's we need to see if they will make something like that. I just put a new order. I want to install a service kit plate. Someone was telling about the service kit plate that you need to have thinner fingers in order to install the skid plate. Alright, someone did the NorCap with the Transalp. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Hello, Robbie. It's back. It's back. I'm glad I could stop for a minute. Yes. I'm still open to your questions. We still have half an hour about this live stream. You're gonna find it also edited starting from the next week. Just want to share one guy. Let me found it here. He was traveling from Mongolia to Cairo to Egypt from Ulaanbaatar. Let's search. Okay. So this is it. He had a problem with the fan, with the radiator fan, because as you can see, he was loaded his Transalp quite a lot. It's unbelievable the level of load which the Transalp with this its Transalp was loaded. Check it out, man. It's I just cannot believe. So the problem he had was with the radiator fan, because he was riding quite a lot off-road and he was pushing the bike to use pushing the engine. The engine was hot, very hot, and eventually its fan was broken. He need to wait couple of days for the radiator fan for the Honda Transalp. This is it. So keep in mind, riding very much or for a longer time on the off-road with the engine over 105 104 Celsius, you can encounter, and of course if you block the air from coming here with a lot of luggage, check it out, it's unbelievable. You risk of course to damage the fan. When I ride on the street, usually I have 81 82 Celsius on the engine's liquid, engine's cooling, 82 Celsius. When I go off-road and ride at low speeds, I have about 102 105 temperature, 105 Celsius, and of course I can drop it below 100 if I ride a little bit faster, as happened last time when I had about 87, 88, 90, but not over 100. And check it out, this is what you can encounter if you're riding. It's best to just stop, leave the bike either on idle, or just stop the bike for a bit, let it chill down and ride again, because you stress too much the fan, you know. And this is it. This is Ulaanbaatar Gunbold. He's traveling a solo trip from Mongolia until Cairo, Egypt, Now I think he's in Iran. Check it out, his bike. This is it. This is it. And this is his, you know, this is nice. This is what I like. What I like about this Facebook group. You discover, and somehow we're connecting the Honda Transalp community, the adventure motorcycle community, in such a way, like that. You know, it's by a click of a button. So here is his track. He started from Ulaanbaatar, getting to Novosibirsk, Kazan, Moscow, then Azerbaijan, Turkey, Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Cairo, and then got back through Saudi Arabia, then Kuwait, Iran, Pakistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, and back to Mongolia. Unbelievable. All my respect to this guy. Check it out. Impressive. Someone did 37,000 kilometers. I wonder if some of you managed to overpass this this mileage. 37,000 kilometers done by this guy. I have about 9,100 so far. Someone, it's you know, speaking about the drive gears. Again, after leaving Mongolia, travel 70,000 kilometers, arrive in Turkey. Again, Elena sharing their experiences. I like this Acerbis tire covers. These are pretty good, pretty nice. I wonder how they were traveling with such a load, because for example, here you can easily see that the right side, the right tire, it's heavier than the left side. Maybe they balance it with the side cases, but I doubt about it. Anyway, nice pictures. Transalp in Turkey. Yeah, so pretty amazing stuff here. And people are continuously sharing their posts. Okay, so what's next? Next, it's just a second. Okay. So what's next? The next episodes or the next videos, I still have plenty of videos regarding the off-road trainings, which, by the way, I filmed in May. They were filmed in May, and still have some, about, I think, 5 or 10 videos more to come regarding the off-road trainings, which I filmed in May in the seaside, riding in the sand. As you can see here, indeed it was challenging stuff. But what's next? More and more videos will come regarding the off-road trainings, and regarding the suspension upgrade, and regarding some accessories. Of course, we're gonna speak about other bikes as well, bikes which I'm gonna introduce in terms of accessories, in terms of maintenance, adventure bikes in general, but not only.
I'm a casual rider, maybe like most of you. I'm not a professional rider, even though I'm riding motorcycles since 5 or 6 years. But I've just started to make these off-road trainings by myself try to develop some skills.
Okay, so this episodes will continue. Will continue definitely regarding the off-road trainings, and on top, I'm gonna detail and speak about the upgrades. I'm gonna detail all the upgrades which I did on the bike. I'm gonna show you how the bike actually feels now, because it's a different bike. I'm gonna share my experience. I'm gonna make these videos step by step, because what can I say? I want to establish and I want to provide you a comprehensive feedback, not just something like that and that's it. It's not something that you know, this suspension, it's very complex. These upgrades are changing the behavior, are improving the behavior of the bike, and it's very important to understand these upgrades and to understand the new behavior of the bike before purchasing these upgrades. Let me see if I have here.
I will not be able to cross with my bike. Although the Honda Transalp has a decent ground clearance, the bike is designed to cross a pretty deep
Okay, it's here. I found it.
not a problem. The problem was on myself, on my fear. So I needed to find a way to eliminate my fear. So what I did, I've just took out my boots.
Just a second.
Tested the depth of the water.
It's so hot, man.
Not only the depth of the water, but the surface under the water. So before I even enter, or before I even thought of crossing, I created, after walking, I created eventual path.
Okay, so what I have here,
Barely footed, testing the depth and testing the surface underneath the water. I made a track, I made the path, I made it in my mind, and then I had it before I started.
all right.
This crossing, I know somehow where should I go. It was on the left because, of course.
Let's go back to the suspension. One of the most discussed topic. Just to show you some impressions, because you know, people's interest regarding the suspension was so high. I mean, I received so many questions, and check out this post, for example. This was the first post, and people were just asking quite a lot of questions. Some of them shared their bikes. Check out this bike from Matt Curry. The bike, it's very similar now, he says. He has about 240 millimeter suspension travel. Check out this bike. It looks absolutely amazing, I have to say. Very, very nice. Some say that this is how it should be from the factory, but let's face it, it's very difficult to have a bike like that directly from the factory. You can imagine people, not so many people, they were willing to pay for such an upgraded bike directly from the factory, you know. But yeah, indeed, it's different story. It's a different story, a different bike. And yes, it's you know, it's an effort. It's an effort to really be able to upgrade this bike, but the effort, it's rewarded more than you think. Really, more than you think. It's unbelievable, really unbelievable. Very rewarding. I need to show you something else. So it was a picture which it was placed here, which has an amazing amount of impressions on this group, and people, they were really reacting to it. But what I would like to show you now, okay, let's leave this video on the background. Let's make it like this. Okay. Okay, so what I received here, it's installation instructions for the Andreani cartridge. It's also a PDF available on Andreani website. So if you're searching, if you send me an email, or you know, this will be explained on another video where we're gonna speak about, just a second to make it about the technical details, the adjustments, the maintenance, everything you need to know regarding the suspension, the new upgraded suspension from SESTAMARCIA. I will share it with you in another technical video. What I would like to show you now is this racing product from Andreani. These are the installation instructions with very precise steps here, very precise steps, where they show you mostly everything you need to do in order to have a perfect cartridge installation. But of course, as said before, I highly recommend that you make it to a professional workshop or done by professional you know, mechanics, this type of procedures, because it's the suspension is not something which you can play with. I mean, you're riding a motorcycle. With a car, perhaps you have more chances, but when you ride a motorcycle, it's very, very important to have everything perfectly set up, because the suspension, any small modification to the suspension can have a huge impact. So this I'm showing you what I received in the package, because these instructions, they were already in the package. And here we have an owner's manual from Andreani. This is Andreani cartridge owner's manual, and of course some data which are provided, you know, as shown before. This is the code 125H08 for the Andreani racing cartridge, you know, and we have some parameters like fork compression, fork rebound, positioning, return, the oil, the level of the oil, and so on. Technical details, everything is presented here on this paper. And we have the owner's manual, which we were about to detail it in a separate video, in a technical video. It's really important to structure these videos in order to provide you the best possible information. Just to quote some of the, you know, some of the specs here, or some of the instructions from this Misano cartridge from Andreani Misano cartridge. You know, they give you some suggestion for setting. Suggestion. I have this issue with this word. Suggestion for setting. Suggestione. Suggestia. They give you this suggestion for setting, you know, and you need really to be very precise, or somehow to notice this feedback of the bike accordingly to what terrain you're riding. You strongly need to have a feedback from the bike, and to interpretate the feedback from the bike and translate it here with the settings. For example, as a suggestion for setting, if the fork is bottoming while braking, you need to increase the preload and increase the compression. If it's not enough, reduce the air chamber. If it's still not enough, go to Andreani group dealer. The fork is moving on fast corners. The fork is moving on fast corners. Reduce preload, reduce compression. If it's still not enough, go to Andreani. The fork is harsh on the bumps. Reduce the preload and reduce the rebound. You know, so these are some of the suggestions which you need to hear the fork, hear the bike, get the feedback, and act. As a basic thing is that the bike has two types of adjustments. We're speaking about the mechanical adjustment, which is the preload, and the hydraulic adjustment, which is the rebound and compression. So first, you always start with the mechanical adjustment, which is the preload. So the first thing which you need to adjust, either front and rear, is the preload. You start anyway with a preload. You increase it, you decrease it. And after you set up the preload, then you adjust the rebound and compression, which are the hydraulic settings. You never adjust the hydraulic settings before you adjust the mechanical setting, which is the preload. So after you set up the preload according to your height, then you tweak between the compression and the rebound. So a lot of settings, a lot of things which you need to consider. That's why I strongly recommend that you get somehow advice with a professional, or ask for a professional to support you, or inform yourself as much as possible and try to educate yourself in terms of suspension if you would like to make it by yourself. That's why I love this service provided by SESTAMARCIA, because the guys are offering this technical support, which is very, very important. And to have a suspension out of the box with your settings, I think it's you cannot ask for more than that. Then they you know they tell you about the hydraulic adjustment, preload adjustment, you know, everything. It's okay. It is recommended to perform hydraulic adjustments after having suitably adjusted spring preload, as mentioned before. Rebound adjustment allows to control the speed with which the suspension extends again after a compression. So rebound, I would like to speak about the standard rebound from the OEM fork, was pretty harsh. I mean, you could not adjust the rebound. You adjust the preload, but the rebound was very, very intrusive and give you a lot of feedback in the handlebar. But let me show you something, what I've noticed regarding the rear suspension. Let me show you on one of my videos, because I watched some of my previous videos before. Just a second. Okay. Good. So what I did, I just watched one of my videos regarding the off-road riding. Check it out. And I've noticed something strange before I've changed the suspension. It was this practice, off-road practice. Check it out. I just randomly watched this video now that I have this new upgraded suspension, and I was curious to take out some shots, and I noticed something. Just a second. Okay, so here it is. I don't know how, maybe you can see it. So I was at a point here when the rear was really making huge problems. So I was setting up the rear suspension, the OM I'm speaking about now, the OM. The OM was set it up at 4 out of 7, accordingly to my weight and my look here. It bumps like crazy. Look, if you can see on these potholes. Look here. Wow, look how much it bumps. Look how much it look here. And this bouncing was I was losing a lot of grip because of that. I was having a very unstable bike at high speeds, you know, and this thing is never ever happening now with the upgraded suspension from SESTAMARCIA, with the Öhlins, with the Andreani. This makes the bike a lot more stable, a lot more controllable, a lot more brings a lot of maneuverability and builds confidence. Check it out here. Look, I don't know if you can see, but I can easily see how the rear, it's just you know, making like that. Although the spring it's accordingly adjusted, I could not make it softer because it would not be suited for my weight. And I just randomly watched this video just to see some of my off-road ridings, and I noticed the difference just by seeing. You don't have to be a professional to notice the differences between this OM suspension and a racing suspension. We're speaking about a racing suspension, and indeed the differences are huge, are absolutely huge, impressive difference. I could not imagine. Look here, the bike makes, you know, it jumps continuously like, you know, it's like a deer but in not such a positive way, you know. So I just wanted to push it a little bit to ride a little bit faster on these easy surfaces, but you saw it, as long as you ride too fast or faster, the suspension had some limits on providing you stability, you know, stability, control. And look, it's look at the rear, look how it's done. You see, let's watch it again. I think it's more than noticeable. Check it out now. Right about now, the funk soul brother. Check it out now. Look. You see it, it bounces ridiculously, and yeah, it's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. When I look now, I just cannot believe. I'm really sorry. My microphone didn't work when I was filming. I was really giving some first impressions, but my microphone didn't work here at my first test ride. I was so disappointed. So here, look here. Okay, here. So when I was looking to this video, you know, I could not believe how fast I was able to ride. I mean, with the 70, 80, 60, 70, 80 kilometers per hour on these roads, and still have a perfectly straight bike, controllable, manageable. Look, it's 75, 80. Wow, I mean, I cannot even believe, although this is a very easy off-road, very easy forest road, but still, man, it's when I look at it now and see what confidence has it bring and what can I do, I can imagine a professional rider how he could ride this bike now. I mean, it's really impressive. Yes, indeed. Check it out, 70, unbelievable. And I was pushing this bike I was actually, the bike said twist the throttle and go faster, faster, but I need to stop, you know, think and chill down for a bit in order to keep myself safe. And yes, different experience, man. Okay, so it was a pleasure. It was a real pleasure having another live with you. So I'm still waiting for your questions. I'm still waiting for your, you know, feedback regarding the new upgrades which I did on my Transalp. I will continue to post, to film, to edit, and to share everything with you. Don't forget that we have an amazing Facebook group. Sorry. Don't forget that we have this this amazing Facebook group, which is called Honda Transalp 2023 XL750. So this is the biggest Facebook group. Oh, we reached 20,000. Wow. Amazing. This is a live this is a live result. So unbelievable, man. We have 20,000 members. 20,000. Woo! 20,000 members. This is the biggest Honda Transalp Facebook group with 20,000 members. The biggest in the world. In the world. So 20,000 members. Wow. We have this Facebook group. I created another group which is called Worldwide Adventure Motorcycle. This is a second group which I've created because I will like to reunite, or I would like to create an amazing community together with the Honda Transalp, because, you know, people are not riding only Honda Transalp. They are riding Tenere 700, Aprilia Touareg, BMWs, Suzuki, and many other bikes. And why not create an amazing adventure group where we can share feedback regarding some other bikes. Will be very nice to join also this group. It's called Worldwide Adventure Motorcycle Riders. We have for the moment 27 members, but you know, it's just the beginning. And as it was the Honda Transalp 750 Facebook group now has 20,000 members, why not the Worldwide Adventure Motorcycle Riders could have also grow and provide a lot of benefits, as you saw already, to you, and will join and will connect the worldwide community of adventure motorcycle riders. So we have these two groups. I'm gonna continue with the comparisons because, you know, we started with the Africa Twin, and we're gonna compare the bike in terms of features, in terms of, you know, upgrades, in terms of features, upgrades, and riding emotions. We start with the Africa Twin, but we have different other bikes to compare it with. So we're gonna start comparing. We're gonna have a lot of videos from our projects. Let me show you. We have this project. Just a second. I would like to speak a little bit about the Alami and Arthur project. We have this project in where we're testing your products, which means that we tested quite a lot of motorcycle dash cameras, starting from CARABC, Podofo, CARPURIDE, CHIGEE, which I mounted on my bike, HP Corse, GP Composite accessories, and from what I can see from the results of the video, they were pretty popular, and people, they were reacting to these videos because, you know, these are some gadgets which are making partially our lives easier, and they are bringing some benefits, like is this CHIGEE, navigation, which is amazing. I could not even imagine that few years ago. I wouldn't imagine that something like that would came up for motorcycles. These navigations, these dash cameras, even with the alert sensors, even with the parking sensors, even with the tire pressure sensor, with remote controls. I mean, things are going to improve in terms of gadgets for motorcycles. And of course, Alami and other projects. I made this project with my friend Alami, which is a Honda director and service director, and he's a mechanic, one of the best mechanics around here. And I'm pretty sure that you're gonna have a lot of benefits from our videos, and you will be able to gain a lot of experience in terms of motorcycle maintenance. So yes indeed, we have a lot of videos here for you from Alami and Alpha project. You can check them out. We have the new Facebook groups, we have the suspension upgrades, we have the HP Corse exhaust upgrade, engine remap, and so on. A lot of upgrades done to the bike. And the bike now, to be honest, let me show it to you one more time. What happened? Hope Bruce Willis, it's okay. So in terms of motorcycles, in terms of bikes, I don't think it's I have one of my favorite pictures. Just a second. Where is it? It should be here. Just a second. Maybe we check it. Okay, on the. So in terms of how the bike now looks, it's just I cannot compare it now. Okay, so we have it here. We have the bike here. So this is the Honda Transalp 750, an upgraded bike, starting from the suspension, from the protection, from the exhaust, from remapping, everything, comfort seat, off-road tires. Still some upgrades need to be done. New windshield from Isota, navigation with sensors, and everything was upgraded. So I think there are not so many bikes around the world, not so many Honda Transalps around the world which are looking like that. And it was a hard work, believe me, to make this bike like that in 1 year. It's really difficult. And if you can imagine now the bike looks like this, I cannot even imagine. And we're gonna continue, we're gonna make the videos, the reviews for you, and everything will be published. Thank you once again for joining, and see you next time.